What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Aaron All Nighter,
It's your boy Fifth back in the building.
and this is the Pop Up Podcast, episode 15. Make sure you share this out to your news feed, share this to groups, tag people in the post, tag people in the comment section. Send this out to like minded individuals in Messenger, text, DM, all of that shit. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. We are on YouTube on It's Your Boy Fifth YouTube channel and Street Magic Multimedia. And we are also live on Facebook on Joey Beck Facebook page and Aaron All Nighter. So follow, subscribe, turn on notifications, and on YouTube, hit that hype button. That's a
Yeah.
new nice button. Hype that shit. Subscribe, follow, all of that. We was like 4 or 5 minutes late because we was backstage shooting the shit, talking business, and yeah, we probably should it just makes me think, right? Because it was backstage and it's like non-accessible type conversations. That's something about possible Patreon. You know what I mean? It's like where y'all get like a little bit of extra curricular activities.
You want
I
to see the
mean,
shit
I
we talk
can't
about when
talk.
we not on stream? when we not sitting here talking to you, you want to hear what we really talk about?
Right. You know what I mean?
Let's
The
go.
uncensored version, not the Facebook Zuckerberg censorship shit or the
Mm-hmm.
YouTube Google censorship shit. That'd be interesting. I'm gonna look into that shit.
Yeah,
I
that's where it's
mean,
at.
but
That's raw and uncut right there.
for real, how you been living, Fifth?
Oh, I've been chilling, bro. Chilling, man. No complaints over here. Nice week. Got a new role at work, man. Gonna be what they call the outside foreman, the outside super. When I'm in between running jobs, I am to go around to the other jobs that are going on and helping these other guys that are leads in this company to get their jobs done on time, to help any way I can, because most of the shit I do gets done on time because I pre-plan correctly and make sure what I do is done right. So I'm trying to get these other cats to pick up, you know what I mean, get shit done. You got 3 or 4 days to do a job, make sure it actually gets done in 3 or 4 days, not make sure it goes to 6 days
So
or
you
7 days.
basically became the boss's underboss.
Yeah, the capo kind of in a way. That's why they
Like
call
a
it the
plan.
outside. That's why they call it like the outside foreman. I'm like the foreman of the foremans or the supervisor of the supervisors.
Got you. Got
Yep.
you.
Yep.
Makes sense. Yo, all over social media today, bro. You been seeing this Jay-Z shit?
Yo, I did. I actually peeped the clip too. I saw him rapping up there. Yo, I was like, all right.
So, now the freestyle, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I could tell it was a freestyle. Like, they say Jay don't write. Okay. Um, I feel like there was some parts of the freestyle that were just super hyped and gassed because it's Jay-Z. And I'm a
Mhm.
Jay-Z fan. All right. So my expectations when I wake up this morning and I see the whole internet going crazy and Jay-Z roasting everybody, da da da, bars, fire, all this shit, right? I click the clip on the freestyle. I'm like, that's mid. Um, I appreciate that he freestyled and said some shit. There was one part like when he was dissing Nicki Minaj and calling out like her man and how he can't pick up the kids. And then he said, enough of them. Um, bro, he like stumbled in the line while freestyling it. So I'm like, oh, I can tell this is freestyle. He's trying to make quotables right now because he's Jay-Z, but he's doing it off the top of the head. And then I'm like, all right, as a freestyle artist watching this freestyle, I'm like, this is not that good. Um, and this is coming from an MC who I could do a topical freestyle with three random fucking words.
And you're a
I've
Jay Z
done
fan.
right. So I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I personally liked it. I personally liked it because he's trying to get himself back in the forefront. Not that he needs it, but he's trying to get himself back in the light. And
I like that. I just thought the boss was mid.
He's reiterating more of what's currently going on. Speaking about Drake, speaking about Jaguar, that girl's always talking shit in the fucking on the Say Cheese fucking podcast, or Adam 22 fucking DJ Vlad
introduced me to fucking. He was like, I don't know why I still fuck with him.
But I like the fact that he's at least keeping it current. You know what I mean? And then talking about current and bringing up Drake too. And now to me, that was a double-edged sword, because I was like, I get it. He felt Drake is big enough that he has to respond to it. But like the Eminem and MGK thing, it's like, now Jay, you're kind of shedding light. Now your people are gonna be like, what are you talking about? Let me go peep Drake out. What's going on? You're kind of giving him that. It's a double-edged sword. You're giving him the shine, where now you open the door to give more shine, more relevance to the Drake claims and shit Drake was saying about Jay. So it's like,
nah, I'm hip. I just think that Drake is big enough to respond.
Oh, I do too. No, I agree. I
mean, like,
whether I like him or not, I definitely think he's a big enough artist.
Jay-Z said the jig is up, and I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. Ninjas looked up to Hov. I never looked up to them. So he's saying he's looking at the wrong chart. So could it be like the Grammy chart?
I thought he was talking about the money chart, bro, because the Grammys, I'm sorry, with Grammys, Drake got it.
Well, I know that Jay got more than Drake, though, Grammy-wise. And it might be about 10 more. But it could be the money, too.
I took it as bread.
At that point, Jay's like 1.3 billion, and like, what he's saying that Drake only worth 130 mil, up 10, like multiply it. I don't know. I think everybody looking real deep into these lines, and I feel like they're mid. As a Jay-Z fan, I feel like these are real mid lyrics. Like,
I mean, but like you said, he came off the top. It's a freestyle. Freestyles are not notoriously known for being super lyrical, because you're literally generating bars off the rip. You know what I mean? So like, I for me personally,
that's why I give it a little bit of a pass, but I still think it's mid, considering, all right, we all say Jay-Z don't write, so technically he freestyles and punches in the booth. So if this is what he does and makes lyrical classics, well, bro, you can do it in the studio and make heat. Do it on stage and deliver more than mid.
Bro, is it ring rust? Let's be honest. When was the last time Jay came out and really was with the 1-2s with the mic, bro? I mean, he's not
and the internet just glazing him because it's Hov.
Of course. I mean, he's not, and let's be for real. I mean, like, he'll always be Hov, he'll always be Jay-Z, he'll always be a top 3, top 5, depending on who you talk to. But like, when was the last time he really was in the booth? Bro, he's elevated out of rap, bro. He's doing other things. He's doing business moves. He's doing financial moves. He's doing property moves. So it's like his time and his mind pinpointing shit isn't with rap 100% anymore. So it's like, I kind of get it. You know what I mean? I see. Like, it makes sense.
No, I get it too. Now, check this, right? I pulled up the lyrics. It's on Genius. He's turning 100. If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games. That 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came. But 9/11 is a joke. Public enemy number 1. I've been ranked. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically ran out of pranks. That was Tory Lanez diss.
Oh, he called him a leprechaun. All right.
Notoriously short. The whole talk about the ambulance chases, what Tory Lanez was saying about Meg Thee Stallion, all that. So the rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his. Wonder how I get the blame. Ninja's teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. There's a murder mystery game. You had the cash cow and thunk it. What? You will pump test? I'm the one who strummed the pain. The hill you could die on is way too much flat that comes from those plains. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still own you suckers. I'll mallow you ninjas gang. I ain't much for meetings, know how. Cancel the brunches. I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It gonna cost you a B to even say my name. Now that was a hard bar. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a B to even say my name. B, Beyonce, Destiny's Child, say my name. That was a hard line.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
You know what I mean, but he been married to Beyonce for a minute, so you know damn well he got like 500 hard Beyonce bars. You know what I mean? Just to like multiple ways of flexing his Beyonce is the wife status. So, like, as a rapper, wouldn't you?
Of course. I mean, Jesus Christ,
I
bro.
mean, you just got those Beyonce bars in the stash.
Arguably the best female artist, period. You know what I mean? Of course. Arguably top 3, top 5, again, depending on who you talk to. Like,
facts.
How could you not?
And it says, you ever heard of a wonder kind? My children and some of them. Have you ninjas no shame? Y'all trying to get underskin. I really get underskin. Ask how I'm playing. The stabbing case, Lance on Rivera. So y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch how sane he act. My presence, ninjas shrink. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage them. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut-ass ninja still stuttering. That chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introduced me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him. You was wondering why I ain't do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff. She sound like she in love with him. Her Ken can't even put well, he stutters there. It says her Ken can't even take the kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my op. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You tried to break the covenant. I reigned for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Ninja, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You got to look up again. Ninjas look up to Hove. I never looked up to them. Them crackers got your publishing, gangsters. Go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You ninjas is workers. In perpetuity is how your contracts is worded. Don't make me go, man. The roots remember even when the trees pretend. Not too much on my name. Don't forget who I am. Hattie loves her Shawnees. SHAWN. I find it adorable. She put the S at the end. You don't know the show ain't even begin. I said you don't know the show ain't even begin, and that's when it began. His set.
You ever had some bars in there, bro? He's talking about perpetuity, bro. Like he's like basically y'all are signed for the rest of your life. You don't own nothing. I own my own. Like
yeah, and that was at the end was all the Drake shit. Like the jig is up. Like they looked up to me. I never looked up to them. Shit like that. Like there was some bars.
Hard, bro. That's hard.
I think that it was mid compared to what I would expect from Hove, especially like he freestyling classics in the studio allegedly. So like, I mean, he don't really be doing shows, and it's like, bro, you gonna come out and you gonna go on stage and do something that the whole world gonna pay attention to. Make sure that shit cannot be critiqued. I want that freestyle, honestly, to be prepared just a little bit. You know what I mean? So maybe that's where the good bars were. And then like the transitions to those bars were where he was fumbling a little bit.
You look at material too. How much actual material does he have against Nicki, against Jaguar? I can see Drake. Like Drake's recent, it's fresh. You know what I mean? Like it's new. It's in the news. It's what's popping right now. Everyone else is kind of old. Like, and again, too, put yourself in Jay shoes. How much time? How much effort?
Since he's been out.
How much effort he probably looked at it like y'all so beneath me.
Right.
Like how much effort am I really gonna put into this against y'all? Like really? Like how much
like
thought,
I think he's coming out with an album soon. I think this is all roll out for an album. And
what gives you that inkling that you think he has something in the works?
All right. So this was 30th year Reasonable Doubt. He changed his name back on Spotify and all streaming platforms to what it was, Reasonable Doubt era, with the little fucking line above the A or the Y or whatever it is. I fucking forget. Then he just did the Roots picnic. He's got, I believe, 2 or 3 shows at Yankee Stadium to bring back his relevance. Now, he hasn't really dropped, I believe, what was the last album? The 444 album?
I think so.
I believe that was Jay-Z's last album. I may be wrong. Let me just look it up. Jay-Z's last album. Yeah, it was 444, and that was 2017. All right, so it's been a while. So in the last 9 years, he's got some shit to talk about. I think that's why he brought up the Jaguar Right, brought up all this other shit that's not completely relevant right now, but that's the shit he's been working on.
That's the shit that's lingering too. Shit that hasn't been answered. Things that accusations have been made towards him. He hasn't come out and said anything, especially with Jaguar. Yo, Jaguar says a lot of wild ass shit on those podcasts, man.
Yeah,
like
she goes off the rails.
Yo,
her and what the fuck's the dude's name? Orlando
White. Oh, Orlando Brown.
Yeah, Orlando Brown. He's wild.
Yo, for real. They be saying some wild shit. Especially Olympia.
He's kind of like a Ray J. Yo, speaking of Ray J, you see how Ray J got knocked the fuck out?
Yo.
You didn't see that?
Nah, I see the fucking I didn't see the fight. I saw all the headlines afterwards about how he got knocked out and shit. I was like, man. And didn't he just come out officially and say he's LGBTQ part of that community now? I mean, we all kind of knew it. I feel like we all kind of knew he was there with how I don't want to say be nice, but like as a feminine male, we all kind of knew he was very soft spoken and soft, elegant as a male. But I feel like him coming out now too, and him getting his ass whipped.
Yeah, I think that how can I put it? I think that, like you said, we always knew with Ray J just how he was, but I feel like he does whatever he can to be talked about, to be in the news, to
keep relevant.
Be relevant. So that's relevancy for him right now. So that works. I mean, and hey, he's doing that gay for pay shit. Power to him. You know what I mean? Power to him.
That's his community too. I mean, if you think about it, that's really who he's been gearing his whole online persona for the last couple of years. So that's who he's been tapping into. I mean, makes sense.
That just means Kim Kardashian likes bisexual dudes. Ray J, Kanye. Because listen, we don't talk about Kanye, right? But Kanye did say in with the last album or whatever, or the album before Bully or whatever, that he sucked his cousin's dick. He did say that.
Yeah, he did.
We all just fucking flew by that shit.
No, you know why though? I think it wasn't. I'll be honest. I'm not trying to stick up for him, but I feel like it's less of a hit to him because he was saying we was kids when we did it, and kids do tend to experiment more as a younger age because they don't know what they're doing, and it's just, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but he still sucked the dick.
So, true. There's no way, you know, that's fact.
I mean, like, fact is fact. It's kind of like how certain genders can't have babies no matter what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that fact. Yeah, Patreon would be really great.
Yeah, we could deep dive into these topics more for you guys if you guys really
Oh
wanted
my
us to. You know
god.
what I mean? We
Oh,
can only go so far here. We can only take this right to the edge and have to stop. But
how is the censorship on Patreon though?
there is none. You pay for it. It's a paywall.
Right, but it's still a private company. They still probably would want to. You can't just say anything. I mean, I'm sure they have some type of community guidelines.
I don't know. I'd have to look into that because I'm pretty sure they get away with a lot. Because I think even the OF girls use Patreon as a way to put maybe not their total content on it, but like mid content, that content you can't put on a social media, but the real content's on OF, and the in between, the risque shit, you know what I mean? Maybe a titty, maybe a nipple or something, but they're not doing like actual porn scenes. That is what that's for. And they're trying to get you to go to the OF to actually sign up monthly for the actual content.
Gotcha.
So there is some leeway there. How much I don't know. I don't know to what degree you can get away with. I do know it's a paywall, so it's probably a lot better than say Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, that kind of shit.
Because the next thing I gotta like word this carefully because of Facebook. All right, so we all know that Trump is like a great deal maker. He likes to make deals, the art of the deal. That's his thing. We've been trying to make deals with Iran for the Strait of Hormuz. And we kind of just made a deal where now we are getting like escorted by Iranian ships.
Well, I've heard this too many times now. We've had fucking 4 or 5 deals on the table that just keep
right.
A deal materializes, something happens, gets taken away. One end's not holding up the bargain. Trump doesn't like it. It's like at this point, I feel like it's just theater. You know what I mean? It's just
right.
theater at this point.
And not only that, I think with this time though, there might be a little bit of truth in it because we had just said that we're gonna unrestrict assets to Iran.
Possibly.
Right. So, in my opinion, that would mean like Iran won. Because, like, okay, it would reopen the strait for everybody, but they would get like $1 billion worth of their assets back.
18. So what I saw was 18 billion, but they have to give up
18 billion.
18 billion from what I saw. Now, I could be wrong. Here. It's 18 billion from what I saw, and they were gonna have to give up all of their enriched uranium, which they've already said they're not gonna. So this deal's not gonna go through. But what was proposed on the table was giving up their enriched uranium, and then when Trump was asked, because it doesn't disclose who they're giving it to. So some reporters went to Trump and was like, "Would you like to see that uranium go to China, go to Russia, or do you want to take it?" And he was like, he wouldn't answer the question. He did what Trump does best, and he dipped, dodged, dived, and ducked. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't see it going.
I don't like when Trump ducks and dodges because that's when I feel like he's doing some shit that's like not respectable.
Yes, because that's not what he does, bro. He's very straight down the line, and when he veers off that path, you're like, "Yo, this is out of your norm, bro." Like what's really going on here?
Good sign.
Yeah, it's not. I don't have a good feeling about
over in this one, bro.
Yeah, I don't have a good feeling about it. And then 2, we don't. I mean, being honest, bro, we don't have Israel on a leash. So we, as the U.S., comes up with a deal with Iran, and then 6 hours later, Iran's bombing South Lebanon or bombing Iran again, and it's like, bro, we just got a deal on the table, and you bombing these people again. How is this supposed to work?
Yeah, like I was looking into the deal shit today, and I found a little video clip. Check this out. We'll talk about it. Ships begin crossing Hormuz under Iranian coordination. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps said 28 commercial. That was too fucking fast to read. I don't understand. All right.
So basically, Iran's IRGC is going to escort these ships, these tankers through the Straits of Hormuz, and depending on who they are and what kind of diplomatic status you have, they're going to apply a tax. Now that tax is going to vary on who you are.
Certain routes too.
Yes. That's my understanding. Again, I could be wrong on that though.
All right. Yeah, that video was shit. Somebody literally just filmed videos of the fucking ships. It was like, done, upload. Great. Fuck. But I think that, like, know how everybody always says, like, America's for sale? I feel like all right, so when Trump went to China and brought all the tech people, tech is running the world. You know what I mean? We've talked about how, like, we feel like that's possibly us just waiting till the chips are made from the Taiwan semiconductor factory in Arizona. And then, sorry, Taiwan, you're on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what we do as America. We fuck you. Sorry, it doesn't help us now.
In the meantime, buy all of our military shit that we want. That you know what I mean. We want to try to extract what we can out of you before China comes in and gets everything that you've built up over these last 50, 60, 70 years. We're gonna try to siphon some of that out before the China takeover.
And then I see the obvious deal that Trump has with countries like Israel, Qatar, Kuwait, Dubai, and even Saudi Arabia we don't need the Strait of Hormuz. He even said it. I mean, Trump said in a recent interview that we don't need it, and he's doing it for those list of countries.
We really don't, bro. We think about it. That's when we start selling oil, bro. All these tankers are already starting to head over here to take our to come buy our oil from us. My problem with that is we're cool with the OPEC countries, which is like Oman, Saudi Arabia, like the people that are pumping the Middle East are pumping oil. Well, by us having these tankers come to us, we're now essentially taking sales away from them. And that's supposed to be our allies. I don't know how long you're going to be allies with somebody. I don't know how long you'll be friends with you with your hand in my pocket. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
How long does that relationship last?
Yeah, so all those countries he listed that we're doing it for, besides Israel, they're all heavy oil. You know what I mean? And
that's their main export, bro. That's their main source of income.
Yeah.
You start fucking around with people's money like that, man. Relationship's gonna crumble rapidly. Fucking rapidly.
I feel like we're biting off a little bit more than we could chew at once.
It definitely feels that way. It definitely feels that way.
Because it's moving too fast. It's like, all right, the Venezuela thing just recently happened a few months ago. I mean, now the Iran shit is just back and forth. There's no, hey, clear cut, we're winning. Comes off looking like we're losing because how many times is this shit gonna open and then close? And then, oh no, they blocked it, but then we blocked it, and then we blocked their block, but then they, what the fuck is going on? Can you kids just fucking get along with each other?
And the worst part, bro, is we're the ones suffering from this. We are the ones suffering the most from this, bro. Because, like, again, we talk about this oil, these gas prices. Like, they are starting to come down a little bit. I saw the barrels of oil are down to I think the $87 a barrel, which is still like $20 more a barrel than what is the most efficient for profiting. And it's weird too because I drive around a lot for work and I drive through a lot of cities and I see gas. Dude, the variation in price of gas is amazing to me. I've seen it as low as $4.07 a gallon right now. This was 2 days ago. Then I drive more up the North Shore and it's $4.41 still. And I'm like, bro, how can you be 30 cents differential per gallon? Like,
population. So the places that have higher gas, do you feel like those cities have are they more city than town? Is it more of a population?
I'll be honest with you, the 407 I saw in Bridgewater. Bridgewater's not a big, that's a town. Bridgewater, Mass. And then I see them in the bigger cities with the higher prices. And then I think to myself, all right, when did they buy it? Because that's, I think, what it comes down to. If I bought the whole container, say they have 1,000-gallon drum in the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
They bought it at whatever price it was. Well, they need to make profit, so they set the price. Even if the price of oil does go down in between time, if they bought that 1,000 gallons at X dollars, they got to still make profit on it. So they got to go through that 1,000 before they can get the next 1,000 gallons in at the lower price. That's what I was kind of thinking. Maybe, it's a supply and demand. How much did you buy it at? I have 10,000 gallons in the ground and I had to buy it at $3.75 a gallon. I got to make $1 a gallon, so now it's $4.75. Even though the smaller
but even if you got like half a tank left, then you see the prices going up because they know that they're going to have to order at a higher price.
But that's price gouging. That's price gouging, yes. And they absolutely.
That's what they do, though. You know what I mean? They do that to cover their ass. They're like, oh, shit, the next time we order gas, it's going to be this.
But that's a one-way street. That's a one-way street, though.
We're going to raise the rest of what we got left before we order the next shipment. Sorry, our gas prices went up.
And that's a one-way street. They're never going to drop it down. They're never going to drop it down. That'll only ever go up. That'll only, like, when the price of oil goes up, even if they bought it at $2 a gallon and the price of oil doubles, they're going to, knowing that they only bought it at $2 a gallon, and if they're not going to be like, oh, we can get away, we'll still give it to you for $3. No, the open market says, and they're going to put that price up to make more money. Yeah. However, on the flip side, if they bought it at X dollars a gallon and the price goes down, that price per gallon on the sign ain't going down. That's a one-way street. That's just capitalism. That's businesses making money, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think that there's a limit on how much that they can raise before it becomes price gouging. You know what I mean? I forget like what that limit is, but I'm pretty sure there's like a limit. You know what I mean? Like they have a window where it stays like capitalism. And then like anything more than that, the government's like, nah, bro, you taking advantage. Like, not fair. Stop. But yeah. So what's gonna be affected?
Too. I think it's the corporation too. I think it's the corporation too. Because now you said that, I'm looking at different companies with different prices. You know what I mean? So now I'm starting to wonder, like, are certain companies taking more advantage of the situation and other companies actually being like, yo, we're really stressing out our population around. We're really stressing out the people, with the money. Maybe we should loan. Some people have hearts, some people don't. Some people don't give a fuck. Some people strictly business and it's all about the dollar and cent. And some people, to a certain degree, it's dollars and cents. And then it's like,
Yeah, and some of the CEOs might be looking at different marketing strategies. Some of them are probably like, all right, we can market better if we stay having the cheapest around, as long as we're still making a profit and still covering. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm fucking 7 cents cheaper a gallon than the guy down the street. Of course, you're gonna come to me. Everybody is, unless like you're running out of E right there. So even then, you're gonna make sure you get down the street.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, too, it's funny how that works too. It's always the gas stations near the highways are the most. You know what I mean? The gas stations that are on either side of the on-ramps are always fucking like 10 or 15 cents higher. It almost seems to me that if you're going to go for the cheapest
that's strategic. The reason they do that is for travelers. I mean, people who don't stay in the city. They know that a lot of people that are just cutting through or driving through a state, you're going to hop off, get gas real quick, get something
and
from
jump
the
back on.
Store, hop back right on the highway. So because you're not really staying in the city, but you entered the city for some of its like resources,
they're getting you.
Yeah, the convenience price. I mean,
absolutely.
It's fucked up, but they all do
even
it.
The rest stops, bro. The rest stops on 24 are like 10, 15, 25 cents more a gallon on 24, bro. They're like 25 cents more than I'm like, bro. Like you said,
it's genius. Because the property owner knows, like, hey, guess what? I put all these things in one property. I bought the land. I built a big ass building, subdivided the shit, leased it out to fucking name brand companies and a gas station where I'm gonna make super bank, because you don't want to drive into a town or city you don't know where you're going to get gas. You're hoping there's one right off the exit. But sometimes there's not one directly right off the exit. And like Thank God for GPS now, but back in the day, oh shit, well, now you gotta find that motherfucker. Because hold on, let's drive around and look for a gas station, and then hold on, remember the way to get back onto the highway. So even with GPS now, people don't want to deal with that extra bullshit driving somewhere they don't know, and they'll just hop off somewhere quick. You pay the extra in the convenience price, and they just took the normal neighborhood convenience store model and upcharged it because of location.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Genius marketing, but like
It is.
now with marketing, we all know FIFA, all right? And here in America, we're one of the places we got a lot of places where the World Cup is going to be played.
Foxborough Stadium.
Well, Foxborough Stadium is no longer. It is now Boston Stadium.
Oh yeah, that's right.
According to FIFA, it's Boston Stadium.
That's right.
You're like, sorry, Foxborough. Nobody's ever heard of you. It's Boston. But we got a video, and I want to get into some of these stadium transformations because FIFA is putting money into a bunch of stadiums.
Yeah.
So check this out. We'll talk about
the 2026 FIFA World Cup is going to be the biggest in history. 48 teams, matches across 3 countries, and some of the most incredible stadium upgrades we've ever seen. From the United States to Mexico and Canada, these 16 venues are pouring billions into getting tournament ready. We're talking massive field expansions, hybrid pitches, giant screens, next-level tech, and so much more. Today, let's dive into exactly how each host stadium is transforming. Let's start with the powerhouse venues in the United States. Many of these NFL stadiums are making huge shifts, especially moving from artificial turf to natural grass to meet FIFA standards. At MetLife Stadium in New York, New Jersey, the grand final will take place. They're removing around 1,700 corner seats to widen the field properly. The big investment here is a brand new, state-of-the-art hybrid pitch that's going to play beautifully. Over in Dallas, AT&T Stadium is hosting 9 matches. They're raising the entire pitch for a wider playing surface and investing around $350 million in upgrades, including refreshed VIP suites and that massive video board. SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, the most expensive stadium in the world, is making structural tweaks to the lower tiers for the perfect football field and installing an underground ventilation system to keep that natural grass in top condition. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta is going all in on connectivity with over 1,000 miles of fiber optic cable. And Gillette Stadium up in Boston just unveiled one of the largest HD screens in America, a whopping 22,000 square feet, built specifically for this tournament. The other U.S. venues, Houston's NRG, Kansas City, Miami, Philadelphia, Seattle's Lumen Field, and Levi's in the Bay Area, are all getting massive LED lighting upgrades, super-fast 5G Wi-Fi for fans, and brand new fan zones that will completely change the match day experience.
Oh, we had to wait till FIFA came, though?
Bro, that's crazy. You want to know what's even more funny to me, bro? I'm not going to lie. They said Gillette Stadium up in Boston. Gillette Stadium's in Foxborough, motherfucker. It's nowhere near Boston.
That's what I'm telling you. They don't put no respect on Foxborough. Foxborough just get the tax dollars. That's it. That's it. And then parking and restaurant overflow. That's
I will say, bro, the investment in that shit is crazy, yo. Like the upgrades they're getting. And then I ask myself, are those upgrades gonna stay for the Patriots? Like, are the Patriots gonna be able to eat off this new LEDs and the new Titantron?
Yeah. All these upgrades is gonna stay. The only one I think that'll be put back is like, I forgot what stadium it was, the one that's taking all the seats off. You know what I mean? they're probably gonna put the seats back. But some of them were like just the structural updates. That's just they were in need of an update, and they waited until FIFA and the world's cameras came, and they were
That was
like,
smart.
"Oh shit, we got guests."
Oh, that's smart though. That's smart. Instead of Robert Kraft paying for that, he has FIFA come in and pay for that shit, and he's like, "I'm gonna eat off that." As soon as you guys install that and you invested 250 million or 350 million, you know what was dope though was the Los Angeles. They invested the most amount of money in Los Angeles Stadium. The shit that they're doing to the ground too for the climate control, bro. That's next level right there. That's pretty fire.
Oh yeah, like
That's
bro, this. I think that we're gonna see a lot more tech in big places like that. Like you know how Vegas got the Sphere.
Oh yeah,
Oh, they're talking about putting one on the East Coast. I think like near DC somewhere. Hold on, let me look up East Coast Sphere.
They're gonna put it down with what's the name of that New Jersey fucking? It's not Las Vegas, but it's
Atlantic City.
Yeah, Atlantic City. Like that'd be a good spot for it, bro. Because I've heard Atlantic City is struggling right now. You know, with the whole online gambling thing taking a long way. Bro, what a way to attract people back to Atlantic City to gamble again. Go put one of the Sphere 2 there or whatever. You know what I mean?
All right, so the Sphere in Vegas is 18,600 seat capacity. They're talking about a smaller scale, 6,000 seat version of the Sphere. The venue is slated for National Harbor, Maryland, about 15 minutes outside of DC. Okay. Overlooking the Potomac River. It will feature a 16K by 16K interior LED screen, haptic seating, advanced Sphere immersive sound, and the glowing Exosphere exterior LED display. The project is supported by roughly $200 million in state, local, and private incentives. While officially announced, the project is still in the developmental agreement and state approval phases, with construction aimed toward a 2030 debut. So, like, that'd be wild, bro.
That close. I mean, that's something that over here, even in New England, you could make it a weekend trip. Go down on a Friday, hit a weekend, go hit the new smallest fair, see what it's about, whatever they're doing, and be back for fucking Monday for work.
Bro, just imagine performing in the Sphere.
That'd be.
Listen, I've seen some of the live performances. They've had some bands in there, and I've watched just the YouTube video, right? And see the way they got the screen so immersed in the set production. It is fucking ridiculous.
It's like being in Oculus, yo. It's like being in Oculus. You know what I mean? But you're not.
Bro, I seen a YouTube video of the Wizard of Oz in the Sphere, right?
That'd be dope.
Where they were like shaking trees and apples was falling, and in like the first like bottom half of the Sphere, they actually dropped apples from the fucking thing. So just imagine you're watching like this movie type shit, and then something just like drops on your lap. That's like in the movie. Fucking wild, bro. Like wild. Like look it up. Fucking the Vegas Sphere Wizard of Oz apples. There'll be mad videos of people like catching apples. They was like paying extra to get the tickets down at the bottom where the apples was getting dropped. You know damn well them apples are gonna be collectibles. They're like little fucking Sphere Wizard of Oz stuffed animal apples that fell from the ceiling. Like, that's going to be nuts. But I think that with tech, I don't know, bro. I always go to that AI shit. Like, fucking. I think that's where tech's going. Like, we're getting more immersed into shit.
Life's going that direction, bro. I think, you know what I mean? Like, we've been over this mad times with the AI, bro. Life in the next 25 years, bro, is gonna be, you know what I think is gonna be, yo, and it's fucking sad to say this, but that movie WALL-E. I don't know if you ever seen the Pixar movie WALL-E. Came out fucking, I don't know, 15, 18 years ago, bro. Bro, I feel like that's again like kind of where we're headed, bro. Like
Yeah.
AI is gonna basically make it so that the robots are there to serve us, and it's gonna make life so easy for us that we don't have to do anything anymore.
Now I seen Tucker Carlson talk about this, right? Because he was
It's scary.
interviewing somebody, and somebody was like, "Yeah, we're not gonna have to work." And a lot of people are saying that. Elon said that. Um, Sam Altman dude said it. The Nvidia guy said that, and like you're saying it right now too. And I've said it before. Like, but Tucker was like, "Well, what are we gonna do? Like, people go crazy without a purpose, without
That's fact. Yeah,
fucking
bro.
like
That's
this is what I do."
what do you do with no purpose? I mean, bro, a lot of it's like these jobs and shit, right? Like a lot of people create their entire personality around their job. You take these, like, I'll give you an example. Like, I feel like one of the first jobs that get taken away is going to be a truck driver or a taxi cab, like anything that requires a driver. These people drive 18 wheels. These people drive Ubers, and that's their whole life. That's their whole existence revolves around that. You take that away from them and put a driverless car in. What are these
Right.
people going to do? And I know we said like, you can go to online presence. That's not for everyone. So there's
Right.
going to be a huge swath of people that are feel like they're disenfranchised. They feel like they're disconnected from society. You become a dangerous person when you don't have a purpose. And it's the saying, the idle hands does the devil's work. Bro, that's
Yup.
what that derives from, bro. Like,
Yeah. I think that's when that part of society will be like, unfortunately, like no doing of their own. But I think that's when they'll be like really monitored and like, because they'll be on the assistance, they'll be on all that because they out of the job, they need something like that.
they need to live, they
Um,
need to survive. Well, you're gonna have a bunch of homeless people, like, and that's just not conducive for anyone.
so I think that maybe with some of these assistance programs, that even though now with the Trump thing, they're saying, all right, you got to work X amount of hours or go to school to receive benefits. I think that there should also be for those people that their career is done and they've like been in a shitload, like they've been in there for like a career the whole time working. And I think there should be like a training that's offered just to try to get them on board. Because otherwise, we're going to just.
You have a huge population of disenfranchised people that are going to be fucking upset, and it's going to cause disdain. And that's like a cancer when that kind of shit, bro. We have a bunch of disgruntled people, man. It's going to affect the people
Crime
who
gonna go up, everything.
Bro, everything, bro. It's not good. And like you're saying, they're going to have to put something
like
in place.
Get the transition going that they've been reluctant to. And then there's still going to be a bunch of them that are like, nah, that's not for me.
Or they wait it out. Or unfortunately, society waits it out because that generation of people eventually is going to die off. And the next the generations behind that are already going to be immersing themselves in what is today's technology and today's job. So there might be a period of 10 to 15 years where these things take over these jobs. These people don't have nothing to do. Maybe we just, like you said, we put them on the assistance, and slowly over time they die off, and then that's it. The next wave is there.
Bro, I was thinking about something earlier, right? I went into some like deep thought earlier after watching a Drink Champs interview with Lazy Bone, Nori, and DJ EFN. Lazy Bone said that the Crossroads music video was a $1.5 million music video, and he mentioned like wings being put behind him and Easy-E being put into it and all of this. And he said that technology now is available on CapCut on your phone. And he was like, that was 96. My brain instantly went to like tinfoil hat mode. I'm like, all right, so the AI that everybody got on their phone now, if you had the money and was in the circle, you could have got that technology 30 years ago. Like the labels paid $1.5 million for that technology. Somebody had that motherfucking technology in 96. It just was very rare and it cost a lot. And it having $1.5 million price tag, us normal people, we didn't know it existed. I mean, because like that's not in our budget.
$1.5 million in '96 is a hell of a lot more than we say $1.5 million now. You're like, we look at it as like a lesser value, like that $1.5 million. Like, oh, that's not, go back to '96 for the people that
that's
are
probably
old,
like 7 mil now. That's like 5 to 7 mil now.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ. And like you said too, that technology wasn't prevalent across everything, so only certain people could access it. And then they had to say, "All right, if we make this video through this, are we gonna get our money back?" You know, the music game back then wasn't rap at '96 wasn't that big as it is today. It was like a global phenom.
Yeah, so that's when the labels was pushing it. You gotta think mid '90s, early '90s, labels pushing it. That was the Crossroads record that became internationally huge. So like they put a budget behind that they paid for that brand new technology that probably only the military and the government had, and like Hollywood.
Yep.
So it was like, yeah, guess what? My buddy who knows somebody knows this guy who does this thing with computers. He can make wings pop up. Like we don't really know what's called yet. Yeah, like we don't really know what it's called yet, but he knows how to do it. He's really expensive though. It's really like some nerdy guy, and he's like, "I got you."
And now we got it right here. And now we all got it right here.
Right, chilling on the phone.
Chilling on the phones.
With free versions. So, but I was looking at the time frame. I'm like, all right, that's about 30 years. I'm like, so right now, they introducing these robots and all this shit. And they about 10, 20,000. You know what I mean? For like some of these robots. Like, let me look up humanoid prices. Humanoid robot prices.
Bro, last time I checked, they were 100,000 to 120,000, and this was like last year when I looked into it. They were like 100,000, 120, and this was like the Tesla robots, I believe, at that time.
All right, so you can get a cheap ghetto one. You can get that one for 18 grand to 74,000.
Depending on how good you want, yeah.
Right.
18 for the T-Move version, and then 80 for the real.
Yo, the crazy thing is they look identical, sold from the same store. Hold on.
That's crazy.
Put the light back on. Yeah, they're both sold from RoboStore.
That's wild.
Looks identical, just fucking $60,000 in difference. Not bad.
Right,
but
that's even cheaper. That's even cheap. Well, think about this. I saw it at 100 to 120 grand. You're pulling it up right now at 60 or 70. So within 1 year, they've already come down 50% in price. What's it going to be in 5 years, 10 years? Come 2030, 2035. Are they going to be a household thing where now the average person can buy it and get it in the house?
Bro,
and now it's the Alexa.
A household thing like a microwave.
Seriously, it's going to be doing your laundry. It's going to be doing your cooking. It's going to be doing your household chores.
I'm here for it. Rosie from the Jetsons. What? Get us a Rosie? Rosie, handle that. Rosie, dinner's done. Look at top stories, Fox News 10 hours ago. Humanoid robot cleans first U.S. apartment. Bang, right there.
10 hours ago, too. So that's today.
Bro, these robots people is buying them. They buying these expensive versions right now. The ones that got money and want to flex. They're like, fuck buying the new watch or this new car. I'm about to buy me a robot. None of my friends got none of them. Just imagine being in like the rich man's club and shit. And all these motherfuckers, they all got like, that's my Porsche, but I got a Lambo and a Ferrari too. The other one's like, I got a Lambo too. And I got 2 Ferraris. So it's like, I got this type of watch. Yeah, I got one of those too. I got a Richard Mille. Shit, I got one too, but I got this version. And now the conversation is like, hey, I got this humanoid robot that cleans my house. I mean, instead of, my house cleaner, I'm progressive now.
What's that movie? I, Robot.
Got rid of Maria, and I hired Rosie, the robot.
It's iRobot. It's iRobot from the Will Smith movie, iRobot. Remember, if people watch that movie, if anyone's seen the movie iRobot, you'll know exactly what we're talking about right now. They all have a robot inside their house, version 2 or whatever. They were cleaning for them. They were cooking for them. The people would say, hey, I need you to go do this. They go out and run errands for you. They go to the grocery store, go get your food for you.
So with all of this thinking, right, my brain goes to this. Trump just did the recent meeting with China. I'm going to tie this back into what I was saying earlier about Trump, the art of the deal, making deals. Taiwan, how we feel like I see the play in motion. I mean, it looked like he about to throw this way with throwing Taiwan under the bus in a few years when the factory's built. With all the tech guys in China, makes me think, do you think China's playing nice with Russia and these other countries, and we're possibly trying to make the better deal with China? Like, nah, instead of partnering up with Russia, we're the next ones in tech with you. I mean, it's just me and you, buddy. Russia's not as good as us. Look at all my top tech guys, and your tech guys together, we'll run the world. I mean, and I'm your biggest consumer. I already bring you the most business.
Bro, it's valid. I mean, we really
like
do, though.
Trying to sell us out to China, but like work together with China.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it selling out. I would say leveraging the fact that we put billions, or if not trillions of dollars a year into the economy. Because you are absolutely right. We absolutely are their number one consumer, bar none.
Right.
Bar none in this planet. So think about it. If we were to take that consumer buying away from China, China would crumble. Right. They'd be in big fucking trouble. So this is like a one-hand
I feel like
the
reason why we don't do that, though, is because we would also crumble.
Oh, of course. It's a one-hand wash the other. We need them as much as they need us.
Mutual destruction that China was okay with. That's why they're okay with us being in debt to our consumerism. Mm-hmm. They're like, hey, we'll let you spend more and let you owe us because
you're building
you don't have the factories to produce the way I can for this price.
Well, and we're building them up by consuming all this.
We are.
We're building them up. But again, looking at the population chart, and you can look these up on any chart you guys want. Don't think I'm bullshit. I got this argument with someone today on Facebook trying to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. You don't believe me? Go look at China's population from 2025 until 2040, and you see how many people they have today. They are not going to even be a third of where they're at right now in 15 years. That means their capability of manufacturing goods is going out the window. Their population will collapse. They'll have a 40 or 50-year-old plus heavy population with a small 20 to 30-year-old population. You can't sustain. That's non-sustainable. It's going to India.
That in mind, right? That makes a better deal with Trump and President Xi. Listen, I'll give you Taiwan in a few years. We do this tech thing together. And then when your people don't reproduce, we, America, as the global powerhouse, will let you live and make sure that you good until you can get back on your feet.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then you're fine. So it assures them the continuancy of their country.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. I agree with that.
So it's like a rebuilding phase. Like, we won't attack you when you're down as long as you look out for us now. Mm-hmm. And China gotta believe us in good faith and hope that at that point in time, America comes through on its end and doesn't do shit on China because, hey, now we're the tech powerhouse. They lost their population. We're super strong, and now it's our time to just step on you. And by history, we probably will.
It makes more sense too. The reason why like people are shitting on Trump for like trying to go to North Korea with Kim Jong-un and kind of being like trying to make deals with them. If you think about this iRobot situation, to go back to iRobot to bring it into this as well. Mm-hmm. If you have a robot in everybody's house, or a vast majority, let's say 60 to 70% 80% of all households in America have this robot come 2035 or 2040, right? Who's to say there aren't bad actors out there that aren't planning today to be able to hack these robots? So you walk in your room, the robot grabs a knife, you're thinking it's cutting up steak for you, and it comes in and murks you because it's been hacked.
Yeah.
By these players that we're shitting on today. Maybe that's another reason. I know a lot of these a big hacking thing comes out of India. A lot of hacking comes out of North Korea. A lot of hacking comes out of China. Maybe that was another reason why Trump brought Elon Musk and all these top tech all these tech people over and goes, listen, we know what you guys are up to. We know you guys got you guys got the A1 hacking system going on. Maybe it's in your best interest you don't fuck with us because you guys are gonna fall off the map in the next 10 years. You don't want us to come over here and put our thumb over you. Let's try to work something out. We see what you're doing. Let's not make this a World War III in 10 years.
Yeah.
As part, to add on to what you're saying. You know what I mean?
I can see that. I think because some of these tech guys, I forget the dude's name, but they call him the Godfather of AI. He won a Nobel Peace Prize. But anyways, he said that there's going to probably be just like a handful of companies, like a real monopoly that runs the world in a decade plus.
Yep.
Because those companies will be the robot manufacturers, the AI companies, because they'll have all the data. Now, I watched the movie, it was last night with the wife. Funny movie. Bill Burr in it. He wrote it, directed, called Old Dads. And it came out a few years ago. Now, he got a throwback jersey store, kind of like a Mitchell and Ness. I mean, and they acting like dudes our age. I mean, how we grew up, all that. They sold the company. And then, long story short, somebody comes in, remodels the whole company. Now they're like some gender neutral, fucking progressive, all full equity line for
DEI to the tilt.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Some young kid fires them because he sends them on a trip to go find some guy who's like the anti-hero. We're going to find somebody who wants nothing to do with social media, make him the hero because what's trending is the anti-hero. That's the real hero. So that was this kid's whole marketing scheme for like the company's relaunch with social media. And the three guys, Bill Burr and his two similar aged friends, to the desert to go find this guy. Old dads.
Old dads?
Yeah. They get they get this guy who's supposed to be the anti-hero. They say the dude's name, make t-shirts, says my spirit animal. Bro, the kid who fired them, he gets fired because the spirit animal shit. But Bill Burr comes to a conclusion that he's like angry at society for like changing and evolving into this shit. And like the moment of clarity comes, he's in a fucking ghetto ass Uber with some angry ass old dude who's mad at the world, old beard, fucking looks a mess. And he's like, hey, fucking weirdos, blah, yelling as he's on the way to his wife who's delivering his kid in the hospital. And he's like looking at the dude, and you can tell like in his face and in the score of the movie. I'm like, oh, this is where he's like, hey, I don't want that to be me in 20, 30 years. Like the way I'm angry at the world. And
seeing the path he's on, this is where I'm going to end up.
I'm going to be this guy. And, so he's like, nope, this guy now looks crazy and out of it. So I can imagine what I look like. And like he got fired on his road trip because the dash cam that was in the radio and the TV screen from the rental car company caught him asking one of the guys if Caitlyn Jenner kept Bruce's dick. He said if he was Caitlyn, he would have kept Bruce's dick because it was an Olympic dick.
God, bro.
And they got fired for insensitivity because of the morality clause in their contract. But it also made me think with this tinfoil hat on, I'm like, this motherfucker got fired from a video in the rental company. And then, like, Bill Burr, when they asked about, hey, how did you get this guy in the desert's information who hasn't been seen in public since like the 80s, but you know where he is? They were like, oh, well, this bank bought this person's information when this company closed and this company and then that company. And then we acquired it. And then somebody was like, yo, don't worry about how we acquired the information. Just know that we got it. So I'm like, oh, he's spilling the secrets. Like, hey, listen, your shit's just free game.
That's what we're doing right now. That's what's happening right now.
Then, listen, my eyes open. I'm watching my city council meeting before River, Massachusetts. And I noticed something in the DCM contract. They're talking about it. And the guy goes, yeah, well, one of these positions, if it wasn't for Bay Coast Bank, we wouldn't have all of this. So it's the guy who's the tax collector. I mean, and he said that, oh, it's that part of the government for the city is funded by Bay Coast Bank, like his salary to do that. So in my head, I'm like, all right, what Bay Coast Bank getting out of all the tax information from the citizens of Fall River? I'm like, shit. Fall River just sold citizens' information.
You have someone in government. You have someone in your municipal government in Fall River that isn't being paid by tax dollar salary. The salary's coming from the bank.
Yeah, part of their salary is coming from the bank. And it's the tax collector. And then the city council just like brushed by it like it was.
How's that legal?
It's
not.
not.
That creates an incentive for fucking, like that creates the incentive for corruption, because now instead of doing what's best, the tax cut is there to benefit Fall River. That's what that job is there for. If you're being paid by the bank, no, I'm not saying this for you. I'm saying it's for people watching that don't understand this. If you're getting paid by the bank, you're now beholden to the bank. Now you're doing what's in the bank's best interest, not Fall River's best interest, and that could actually be complete opposite of what is in the best interest, bro. That's fucking. That's why
Bay Coast Bank sponsors all the city's events.
How is this legal?
It's not. And then they just brush by it. They just brush by it at the city council in the finance meeting.
Matthew Scott, you are such a fucking advocate for shit. You need to clip this and give this and be like, bro, this should be your mission. If you're gonna do something for Fall River, bro, Matthew Scott, you always up on some Fall River. What's going on, bro? This should be your hill to die on, bro. Go figure out how the fuck that's legal and people getting away with that, because that's dead up not okay.
It's not. And then the whole city council just brushed by it. They were in a 6-hour meeting, bro. I've watched that shit like in 3 different sittings to like catch the meeting. I'm like, it's a long ass meeting. So they were just like letting shit slide that like people were going up there. They questioned some shit about like outside counsel, because the city council is in disagreement with the mayor's and the city's counsel and lawyer. So this dude, Attorney Rumsford, he doesn't want the city to investigate and the police department for looking into a fake name on Facebook that was commenting some shit about the police chief's son. The city council wants to look into that because they think it's an abuse of authority.
It is.
To issue a warrant on a fake Facebook name over a comment
that makes someone look bad, bro. That is right. That's why we have these fucking things in place. For this reason.
So the city council's been trying to fight with the lawyer for like, I don't know, 2-3 months. And the lawyer's like, no, you can't get outside counsel. And they're like, how do we get money put in the budget for us to have a lawyer if we disagree with what the lawyer that represents the city and the mayor says? And he was like, yeah, you can't.
So we cornered the game. That's it. Like the shell
Right.
game is up.
Yeah, pretty much. So they keep trying to like vote on it, but then it keeps going up to the mayor, who keeps rejecting it because obviously he's not going to open the investigation because he put the police chief in.
He's in on it.
And the city council didn't want the police chief in. They said 2-3 times no. And then since the police chief position was vacant, they allowed her to get in. They said, okay, for a year. And then the mayor gave her a 2-year extension without even running it by city council. And they objected. It was like, nah, you can't do that. And he was like, in the newly rewritten charter, it says I can. Mind you, he just appointed a charter commission when he first became mayor, like 6, 7 years ago.
He appoints the commission that
rewrite the charter.
Has him rewrite the charter that allows him to.
Yep. Uh-huh.
And I bet you, bro, I bet you this is happening not just in Fall River, Massachusetts.
Everywhere.
I imagine this is happening over every fucking city across the United States. Maybe when I say all of them, I don't mean 100% to all you momos that want to like hold me to my. It's a figure of speech. It's happening way far too much than it is not happening.
Bro, I seen something about your city the other day. Somebody put up a post about like recall the mayor in New Bedford or whatever. They talking about like a recall on him or some shit right now.
Because
the first thing I thought of, I was like, oh, they trying to copy Fall River because we had to recall a few years later. We trying to recall Coogan. I'm like, recalls
it's too late. It's too late in New B though, because this guy's been in too long now.
Yeah.
Like at least when you guys did it Fall River, it was like immediately after the election, there was like recall. That makes sense. These people are trying to go back time.
Well, this year with the recall for Coogan, the mayor of Fall River, they just canceled their campaign. It didn't get enough traction. He's in too long. I mean, he's already made enough favors, raised enough salaries.
It's on the law.
So, like, he made enough friends.
It honestly, in my opinion, bro, it's gonna take, and I'm not saying you to do this, but it would take someone of your stature that's lived in Fall River his whole life, knows the political game, knows the players involved, has a platform that's going to reach people. It would take someone of your stature to get in there to create real change. If not, they're gonna keep going to the pool of people that are in their camp and nothing at the policy level ever changes. I think
it's heading there. So there's a few city councilors. So out of the 9 people on the council, there's 4 that, in my opinion, like they want the city audited. They want this.
Bunch of these. 4 of 9.
Yeah. So they're just weighed out. Now, one of the new guys who seemed like he would tip it towards the taxpayers, he's already corrupted. You could tell. You know what I mean? Like his votes are always aligned with the people who've been on the city council for 20, 30 years.
That's the same. Well, you know what that was? That was a sheep. That was a wolf in sheep's clothing. I mean,
yep.
That came out of the pool. They know we can't keep pulling out of here because y'all are hip to it. Mm-hmm. I'll just morph I'm not that. I'm not. Then you get in. It's the fucking Iron Fist with the velvet glove, bro. Yep. The playbook, they run the same play every time, bro. It's honestly, I'm to the point where it's on us at this point. It's on us as citizens of every city. We allow this shit to happen. We allow it to go on because we really do have the power to oust people.
I think it's also like a heavy blackmail too, because I exposed a lot of this on my Fall River Experience page last year, and I got put in Facebook jail for a year. Getting reported. That comes back June 28th, so July, the Fall River Experience will return.
Less than 1 month. Less than 1 month, people.
It's coming back. Now, but it's tough because they're using technology now too. Like, look at the police department got a fucking warrant for a fake Facebook name that criticized the police chief's son. to the point where he was a Swansea cop. He left the Fall River Police Department. Used to work underneath her. Left because he was like, Fall Police Department's a joke. Went to Swansea. Was like, I'm working over here. Good, da 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 da. She sent an inside memo talking about he couldn't handle the Fall River Police Department, blah, 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 blah. And then he critiques her son, like, oh, he's one of the only people I know that's like a field officer that doesn't have a supervisor. Well, because his mom's the chief. And we ran to mommy and got the fucking warrant. And then Swansea police suspended him. And Fall River Police Department was threatening a harassment charge until this other Fall River page called the Fall River Reporter exposed the whole thing. But now the Fall River Reporter is taking a hit because they're not allowing any public records request by the guy who owns the Fall River Reporter. Even though public records requests are available to the public, they hold it on him until it's released by other people.
Yep.
And sorry, we'll tell every other news agency before you. Fuck you. We don't like you.
Again, bro, this goes down to the bottom level. It starts with us. Mm-hmm. We and people have forgotten that we put these people in places of power. If we don't like this, we as a collective need to vote them out and put somebody there that we actually trust, someone that comes from the community, comes from that community. No, like, but
it's got to be somebody popular enough. These mayoral races, politician races, no matter the city or town, it's all a popularity contest. It's all in the selling of a dream, how well you can sell that dream, and attracting to what the people in your demographic really want. Like Trump appealed to America because he put a trucker hat on. He pretended to be an everyday American, hardworking, blue-collar male when he's a fucking billionaire.
With promises of draining the swamp and stopping the corruption. And I was thinking about this last night. I had the tinfoil hat on myself last night. And I went, you know what? Trump ran on draining the swamp. And I go, you know what? He's done a pretty good job at draining the swamp. What none of us asked the question was, what's going to happen to the swamp after he drains it? Nobody asked that question, and now we're looking at it right now. This is, again, my opinion, my own personal view on this. He's now refilling the swamp with his swamp creatures and switching the whole game around to how he sees fit on it. So, yes, he did. When people are like, he did drain the swamp. He got rid of the old guard and put the new guard in place. So he drained the old swamp down, but nobody said, what's going to happen to the swamp after he drains it? That question was never asked.
Right, he put his part of the swamp in. You know what I mean? They was all in the swamp together. He just got rid of the people he didn't like in the swamp. Like, you can't chill in this section anymore, bro.
And brought new people in, bro. Because none of us said, what's going to happen to it? We all assumed once it's drained, it's gone, he's going to do something new. We never asked what his actual plan was. And now, because we never asked it, he never had to answer it, we're watching it unfold in real time. And not for nothing, I voted for Trump twice, so call me a Trump supporter, but I'm not 100% brainwashed by him. I see the shit he does good and bad, and I call it out when it's bad. I don't like that. That's just garbage, bro. Like, you took one away and put another one back in.
He likes people, and he keeps people around him, even if they're bad people, as long as they like him. He's on video saying that shit, like recently. It's like he don't care if you a bad person. If you just big up him, come here. He wants yes men around him all day, every day. He said, I don't want nobody to keep it real with me. Let me do me, live in my own fantasy world. I want to have the best, amazing fantasy world. And just say yes to everything I want. Like, and the people that do, he backs them.
Yep.
And as soon as you don't or go against it,
Out you, bro. Yo, I'm MTG. Perfect example, bro. She was pro-Trump to the gills, dude. She said something about this whole thing with Israel and us doing Israel's bidding. She mentioned that, bro. All of a sudden, she's ousted out of that shit. She's not going to rerun now because her base is against her because Trump turned her base. It's like, bro, that was one of your generals. Like, that was one of your street soldiers right there, like a ranking street soldier. And you just gonna like it's nothing.
Hold on 1 second. Someone's at the door.
Oh boy. Bro, we in some shit.
Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I have some things I have to say about her. She is a big back type lady. I forget the saying, but the big back butchy blonde, something like that. And I also know, look how amazing my hair looks. Absolutely. I mean, I have the best hair in the world. It's getting a little bit lighter because I'm getting older, but that's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's to all my minority friends. Everybody, I'm Trump, and I ran. I'm going to run it next. After I run for president of Venezuela, I'm going to do that for a few years, go to Cuba, and then Iran. But I'm going to let you go.
Imagine, dude. You imagine if he really did that?
I will leave. I will leave. Hold on.
Bro, could you imagine if he really did that? If he ran in 2028 to be the president of Venezuela, went there for 4 to 8 years, providing he's still alive, because I know he's almost 80, so he probably doesn't have that long left.
All
and
right, Trump.
Then try to go to Cuba and become president of Cuba for 4 years, and then shoot over to Iran. So then, in 2028, he stops running because obviously there's no third term. He goes and becomes, now he's 80. So in 2 years, he'll be 82. He runs for president of Venezuela, stays there for 4 years. I know they don't have a set timetable. Let's just say 4 years for easy. He's now 86. He then runs for Cuban president and will be 2032. Hold on. Yeah, 2032 to 2036. Bro, he'll be 90 or something trying to go to Iran to be president. Could you imagine him actually every one of these countries?
He might do it, though.
Go. I could see him. He has the ego for that, bro. He absolutely has the ego for that.
New technology.
Bro. Maybe he's drinking that adrenochrome shit. They talked him into it. Don't you want to live longer? Guy, you're 80 years old. You're about to be gone. Like,
listen, that's why he was on Epstein Island and the fucking ranch.
They're gonna put him like Walt Disney, bro. They're gonna put him in a cryogenesis state and be like, when the technology's good enough, we'll revive you 300 years later, bro, and see fucking. Oh.
I think that, look at, there's a video. What was it? President Xi and Putin talking about living eternally by just switching organs and doing all this other shit.
Imagine it's possible.
Bro, with the technology now, they might just fucking download your brain and your memories, upload it into
another one,
fucking fake brain, and here you go. Just live on with a new body that's like half humanoid with some new skin on it, or just transfer it into a new body that's like a person who died or harvested.
Taking your essence, your conscious, your essence, your thing that makes you a human being, and being able to extract that out of a body. So your body is a vessel, essentially. It gets old, you don't take care of it, ends up, riddled with whatever disease. You're able to pull the essence of a human being out and then transfer it to another human being with a better body, a younger body. Imagine that.
Well, bro. That's what that Godfather of AI says. I mean,
that's wild.
He says something about like we're just a medium. You know what I mean? Wait until we're not.
It makes sense, bro. It makes sense. Think about it, bro. Like your body is a ship, and there's something inside of you that's your essence. That's actually the life force. The life force in the body. To me, the life force in the body aren't the same. They live in sync with each other. They're in congruent with each other, but they're not one and the same. They're different.
Right.
imagine being able to take one out and go into the next. So like I'm like 80. I've been through construction my whole life. My body's beat 65, 70, whatever. I go for a heart attack. They're able to extract me before I die and fucking put me into a 22-year-old body with a ripped six-pack. Bro, let's go catch a wave, man. You know what I mean?
Right, but it's the same personality, same you, same memories. You just
that'd be dangerous. Imagine taking 60 or 70 years of life experience and being able to go back to being 20 years old and being like, oh, I get another run at this with all this knowledge.
Bro, tinfoil hat on right now, right? Bro. That is the whole reincarnation, but it's really only the elites, powerful, and richest inner circle that runs the world. The Illuminati for years, they've been doing that and harvesting organs and making themselves live forever and cloning people now. And look at they admitted that we clone sheeps now and all this shit, but they've been doing the human shit for years. Like, all right, AI wasn't into our pocket until recently, but in 1996, Bone Thugs Crossroad video had it. You just had to have the money. So
it was there. It just wasn't available to us the way it is. They always say we're like 50 to 60 years behind technology-wise. So whatever we're getting right now, they've had for 50 to 75 years.
And the elite billionaire motherfuckers have.
The 1% of the 1%.
Technology and secrets that Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and all of them are sitting on, knowing. Like it. Listen, we talk about rappers like fucking Gucci Mane being a clone. I don't know. Look at Jeff Bezos. Look at Jeff Bezos. Okay, Bezos was this nerdy middle-aged dude. Fucking the hair, he was like balding, had like a little comb over shit going on. Now he got the baldy. I mean, he's muscled up. He's in the gym. He's working out. He's pulling supermodels. I mean, he looked like a whole new person.
That's because he got bread, though. That's the only reason why he copping them bitches.
But listen, not only that, but like his body's different. Like just looking at like
he's jacked,
picture of old Jeff Bezos.
He looked
right. He looks like he's gotten younger and better body.
Think about it. They've refined steroids, peptides. They got all this shit now. They've done such research on the human body now to the point where they're turning, like you're saying, they're turning 60, 70, 80-year-old people into, they still look 60 or 70, or they look 40 or 50, but they're shredded. RFK Jr. is another one, bro. You see him take his fucking shirt off, bro? That dude's shredded. Like for his age. So, like, it's there. Like you're saying.
It's like they got the money there for it now. Those people, those are the elites, and they're kind of showing it off. RFK taking his shirt off all the time. Like, yo, I should not be this old looking like this. But look,
methylene blue. Like, bro,
I seen a video of RFK the other day, bro. He needs to stop it. Okay, he just needs to he needs to stop. He's somewhere. I don't even know where this video was. Bro, he grabs two snakes.
I saw that shit.
He's like squatting down, grabs him. He's just holding him up like, yep, got him. Bro, what the fuck was that about?
The people were yelling at him, don't do it. They're going to bite you. They were saying shit in the background. He says, I didn't hear what he said, but I know he mentioned the type of snake it was. Non-poisonous or something. Obviously, I had non-poisonous, but bro, you like 65. Why are you trying to get bit by snakes and shit?
And on top of it, right? This is where the body, physically, what it looks like, did not match really with the movements. Like when he squatted down to like grab it, he looked old squatting down to go grab it. I'm like, yo, he looks like he's gonna fall.
Yep.
I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. and then he finally got it. I'm like, all right, cool. So he knows how to catch snakes. He knows hand-eye coordination. Got it. I'm like, but he looks slow doing it. Like, all right, yeah, he grew up doing this, but he is old.
He should. He's in the 60s. I mean, goddamn, bro. I'm 44, bro, and I'm already starting to slow down a little bit. I can already see it at work and shit. I'm like,
that's the mix, though. Look at so like now we slowing down. We normal people. We got normal money. I mean, his body looks younger. It looks like it should move faster. But his actual real body, that's not all this fake shit that fucking made him look the way he wanted to look. The actual bones and movement of his body's like, nah, bro, time out. Yep. You got all this fucking silicone in me with fucking perk implants and fucking ab implants and all this muscle
No,
shit.
no, you think they're implants, or do you think that they have
Like
come
some steroid shit or
yeah,
some
they've
shit.
come so far ahead with dietary nutrition information, the steroids, how to maximize workouts to
Yeah,
really
he's
shred
on
yourself.
all of that shit. He's on
And
all
he's
of
on
that.
that tip. He's on that tip, dude.
Yeah.
He flipped. I don't know if you, for people who don't know, they flipped
flipping the
the
tires?
food pyramid. The food pyramid is not. If you go back and look at a '90s food pyramid or 2010 food pyramid and look at the food pyramid today, it is not the same. He has completely flipped the food pyramid around. Is he right? Is he wrong? I mean, I'd like to say he's right, because if you look at how obese the United States is as an overall country, maybe the food pyramid ain't right. The one we've been following for the last 20 or 30 years. Look at us and our generation before us and after us, bro. We're all fat motherfuckers.
Pyramid, I think with that, we were bought before. The companies that built America's food bought America. It built America.
Oh, it did.
The
it bought the education
manufacturing
system.
and all of that shit. So it was allowed, the FDA and all that shit allowed it to do whatever. All of these dyes, all of this sugars and carbs and whatever unhealthy shit. They're
Everything
like, fine, because guess what? Your factories is bringing people to work, and your stores, and now we can open up with these markets and more money coming into the country and economy. Great for business. They just seen the dollar of it, and then at that point didn't realize, okay, let's look into what this will do to the body.
The repercussions
Probably wasn't smart enough to do that, because look at, we're from a generation that hurt, fall down, to rub dirt on it.
Yeah, get up and go.
Yeah, so no, so it took us to, I guess, get smarter and evolve and realize, hey, let's look into this shit and see if it caused anything, because I don't know. Studies say by just looking at society over the 20, 30 years, we all got a little bit of extra weight on us.
I wonder. Yeah.
Right. So it made us look into it.
Well, they paid him off with these things. I feel like, and I've looked into this a little bit, and I can't say this is 100% the major reason. This is a reason. Every time we get into these and everything's industrial at first. The first step of industrial, commercial, us residents combined by the commercial, right? A lot of these companies, even cereals, like we'll just stay with the food because this is the topic we're on. There's a byproduct, even after making food that's left over, that's like it's a cost to get rid of this byproduct, whatever it is. You make Captain Crunch. When you're done making Captain Crunch, there's a barrel of sludge left over that can't be sold, that has nothing to do with it. And then it's an additional cost on the industrial people to get rid of this. What has happened, I feel like, is they kind of looked around and goes, nobody's looking. The EPA, all these regulatory things that we put in place aren't looking. They're taking that shit and dumping it back into the fucking food. Like these like you said earlier, the dyes, red dye, I think it's red dye 45, 44. It's like studies have been done. It's known to cause autism. It's known to cause ADHD. All of these mental problems that are now spiking, that I've only seen predominant in the last 10 or 20 years, are coming from our diets, our nutrients. That we're not getting pure food. We're getting food dilated with industrial waste. Most people, again, want to talk tinfoil hat. Most people, if you go to your town's water board and look to see if there is fluoride in your water system, there's a buried, you can find it, there's a buried fucking Harvard study, the la creme of fucking colleges, 2010 to 2012, somewhere in that time range. Go find it, it's out there. Tells you that fluoride actually dumbs you down, calcifies what they call your third eye. It makes you more docile, more agreeable as a human being.
It's all done on purpose.
Who would that benefit? But that's poured into your public water system, and they tell you it's better for your teeth. It helps fortify teeth. That's bullshit, bro. And here's how I can prove to you it's bullshit. Go get your toothpaste and go look at the back of your toothpaste and read the warning. If you swallow more than a pea-size drop, call your local poison agency. What? I'm putting this shit in my mouth, on my gums, the most phosphorus place on the human body that absorbs the most. If I swallow a fucking pea, guys. Hello, a pea is this big. Go poison center, but you're putting that in your mouth, and that's supposed to strengthen your teeth.
They play games with us, bro. They poison us on purpose.
Fuck out of here. I ain't with it, yo. Like, nah,
like that's just so they can have a calm society that doesn't fight back.
So they can roll over us, bro.
Like look at like I seen a meme, I reposted it. It showed like people during the American Revolution, and we basically like it was over the tax on tea at the Tea Party.
We threw barrels over the shit.
You know what I mean? We went to war.
Yeah.
Yo. And now they tax us on everything. And we just say, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And we're so accustomed to just like taking it that we look at people that like actually protest it as fucking weirdos because one, there's always just a handful. And it's because 98% of us are programmed.
And the other two, you have 1% of those people out there, and the other 1% go, I got to get up early tomorrow morning. I ain't got the time or the want. They've created society to be so taxing on the person. You don't even want to. You're so drained mentally and physically at the end of every workday. Well, you don't want to have to go, what's going on locally? Oh, shit, I don't like this. Let's go get people. Let's go talk about it locally. Get people involved. Let's go protest. Half of those people don't even want to because they're like, bro, I got to get tomorrow morning at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning to be in such and such place at 6 and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
It's like you said, it's fucking designed that way to purposely make sure that we cannot organize against them.
It's evil genius. It really is. And I think that new evil geniuses came in with every market. You know what I mean? Because every market had their turn and their at bat to like, you know, here's your swing. See if you get a defense. Oh, you don't run. Good for you. All right. Next company, next industry. And now we've gone from like, all right, all the food companies is basically there. I mean, it's really hard to like get into that. And then same with like any type of
pharmaceutical fucking industry. But another one that's like now coming down on us.
Right, but the pharmaceuticals also like only a handful of companies. So I think like
monopolies.
Yeah, so all these industries that are really profitable, they're all monopolized already, pretty much. The new one is the tech and the AI, and who's going to monopolize that?
And there really is only a couple. There's really only a couple right now too, which is even scarier because
already the front runners.
And they're already there, and they're already so far ahead of everyone else. It's like by the time you get to the finish line, bro, there's only going to be again 3 to 4 to 5. But this was crazy, bro. There's laws in place to prevent this because they knew this would happen. Instead of letting 1 or 2 or 3 companies, CEOs get together, pretend it's WWE, it's pretend like we hate each other, but really we're talking in the background. We can set the market. We all can eat off this fucking well. We all can charge them so much amount of money.
Why I said that out of the deal shit with Trump and China, because I'm gonna pull up 2 different videos, and I'm gonna break it up so we can talk in between both. But one is global leaders talking about China's technology, and then one of them is talking about American technology and where we're at. First, we're gonna go to China. Get your passports ready. Check this out. We'll talk about
right now, I would say that food security is no longer an issue overall in China. But what China can offer is really to food security challenges around the world. We know that the population of the world is going to be increasing to over 9 billion individuals by 2050. Most of this population will be concentrated in areas of the world where resources are not available. So technologies, scientific solutions coming from China and potentially propagated and supported by collaboration from around the world will be able to contribute to offering these solutions.
So China and Sri Lanka were very good friends for a very long time. Actually, we have a lot of influence and help from China, and in our field, the mostly what we get from China is these oceanographic studies. So, say for example, how to predict the weather, how to predict fishing grounds,
But I can see that China is very ahead in a lot of technologies. I'm here especially for the robotics things. I had a look on a few robotic companies, and because we're planning and a cooperation in the robotic field. And AI is a very basic innovation in that field, and so I'm sure that AI will have a leading role, and Chinese AI will have a leading role in that.
I think China can bring world very big, very important opportunities for each person, and we know about Chinese companies that are in first places right now in the world with medicine. With AI, you can tell AI technology, China is going to be at first.
So I'm a chemist working in chemical engineering field to develop a new carbon capture material. And I believe it's a big field in China at the moment because we're trying to achieve the dual carbon goals, which is we try to get the neutral carbon emission in 2030 and to get the net zero in 2060. I would believe that we are doing excellently well. So with a great funding and also attractive many foreign experts in this field to develop those kind of material at the moment. So I believe this is going to be a great success and we definitely can achieve the goal.
That was quite the interesting video.
Now, the first guy said that like food preparation, so they're robotics for farms. We've already seen that heavy in America.
He said food wasn't a problem with it anymore, as it's been for years and years. They've never been able to fully feed their population. They have one of the biggest populations on the planet, so their food consumption, is astronomical when you look at the overall numbers. But they also
what that goes into with their robotics that he followed up is a lot of the deals that we're making in America for these farmlands with Chinese owners. A lot of the American farms that are being sold to China, and we know like the ownership is basically just a proxy for China, but still allowing the sale. Is we're building more trade with these farming and food. So we're exporting more food, but we're using their technologies to do it. And we cleared out the fields of immigrants because we're using these Chinese robots and fucking like drones to do the field and all this other shit.
Yeah, to spray the pesticides and shit. I saw that.
So they're like, hey.
Yo, you know what I asked myself, bro? It was funny because looking at that video and listening to everyone talk and knowing how China's society is set up, their population is, when I say this, I don't mean educationally dumb, but I mean they're dumb. Dumb's wrong. They're ignorant to how their government is run and set up and what they actually do for China to be China on the world stage. Right. Their population is ignorant because they walk around like, oh, China's the greatest and so good, and they do everything for us. Yet they have cameras on every corner staring at people. They have credit scores where if you talk bad about the government, you can't travel, you can't buy milk, you can't buy water, you can't do shit. They have their thumb.
Every government does that. You can say the same exact thing about America.
Not even close to that degree, bro. There's some real shit going on over there.
Right, but America, we got a bunch of people on assistance. We got homeless. We got all these drug addictions. We got our own version of that shit. We got the most incarcerated people in the whole world.
No, but what I'm saying is their population not being able to objectively look at their government. If their government, I'm not saying that the robotics and AI isn't that far, but let's say it wasn't that far, but they want to talk like it is. Who's gonna say otherwise?
Right.
What if they're exaggerating where they're really at? I'm not saying the robots, and I'm just trying to give you the other side of the other coin here. Is like,
oh yeah, they glazing them as number one.
You know what I mean? Because they had every single person on there had they were like glowing about it, blah, blah, and it's like, bro, you guys in 1990 weren't even a thought. So you're telling me in 30 short years you went from zero to hero?
Right. No, I get it. So now we're going to go to the American video, and we're going to look how the AI economy and what's changed in America. Check this out. We'll talk about it.
Welcome. Today, we're asking a critical question. Can America's power grid survive the massive energy demands of the AI boom? Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing industries, but this incredible leap in technology comes with an immense and growing power requirement. The explosion of AI models, complex computations, and ever larger data centers is putting unprecedented strain on our electricity supply. America's power grid, much of which is decades old, faces existing challenges even before factoring in the AI boom. Capacity and infrastructure are major concerns. The energy demands of AI are staggering. From training large language models to running inference, every operation requires significant electricity. Data centers, the physical backbone of the AI boom, consume massive amounts of electricity, not just for the computing itself, but also for essential cooling systems. To put it in perspective, a single complex AI query can use 10 to 20 times the electricity of a typical search engine query, translating to massive cumulative power needs. This new demand reveals critical vulnerabilities in our existing grid system that must be addressed quickly. Our current grid infrastructure is already experiencing strain, leading to capacity issues and bottlenecks, particularly in regions attracting major data center development. Furthermore, increasing extreme weather events are adding to the reliability problems, causing outages and stressing the system during peak demand periods. The good news is that innovators and policymakers are working on solutions. Transitioning and modernizing our infrastructure is crucial. Integrating more renewable energy sources like wind and solar, coupled with advanced battery storage, can significantly bolster grid stability and capacity. Grid modernization, including the implementation of smart grid technologies, allows for better management, real-time monitoring, and optimized power distribution. Energy efficiency measures within data centers themselves are vital, ranging from advanced cooling technologies to optimizing AI hardware for lower power consumption. Looking ahead, the collaboration between tech companies and energy providers will define our success. Significant policy changes and investment in transmission and generation infrastructure are desperately needed to support both AI growth and general electrification. The challenge is immense, but with strategic investment, smart policy, and innovation, the U.S. can successfully power the future of artificial intelligence. The AI boom is a defining moment, forcing us to confront the limitations of our current energy infrastructure. While the power crisis presents major challenges, it also drives massive opportunities for innovation in clean energy, grid modernization, and energy efficiency. Thank you for watching.
I said a whole lot of nothing too.
Right.
So that's it. Here, this is the problem we have. This is due to this new technology coming in. But they're thinking of a way to do it. They're gonna find a way to do it. Like they know, right. No fucking shit, Sherlock.
That's what all these people are giving us.
Where's the real solution to this, bro? And it's fucked up because they want to talk about wind and solar. I'm anti-wind and solar as a front-running energy producer. I'm good with it as, all right, we already have an infrastructure set up. Let's add these in and add these to the infrastructure that we have to add additional to not take. But what they're doing is they're trying to take away from oil to fund this shit. It's like, no, bro, like let oil be oil. And then you take the wind and solar and do it as an add-on. And not to mention, wind and solar are only going to be part-time.
Right.
You only have it doesn't blow wind every day and the sun doesn't shine every day.
See, like my thing is, I'm all for oil as number one. I'm all for oil as number one, and like you said, nuclear fusion, that's a good one. I think I wouldn't touch oil money. I keep our oil business the way it is in America because we're not ready to switch. But I would heavily invest not in wind. I would invest in solar heavy. Bro, there's parts of China that maybe it's fake news, maybe it's just China propaganda, where they're working on making like roads be able to charge your car, like have like a strip underneath the roads that like the fucking I mean driving.
I've heard that too. I've heard that in America too. That technology's far away. I'm talking about shit they could do right now. Shit they could do right now, bro. And the other problem is like even the state we live in, our governor knocked out 2 natural gas pipelines coming into Massachusetts. Next thing I know, 2 years later, all of our bills have
Right.
skyrocketed because of a lack of energy. And then they're like, well, we got Cape Cod wind, we got windmills. Bro, the only windmill in your town, in your city, I know about this personally, does not work. And I know for a fact it doesn't work because I know the owner. And I had a conversation with him about this. And
they want it now.
They're going to demo it soon, or they want to at least. That, and it breaks more often. And then for them to fix it, it costs X amount, and then it only lasts for 2 or 3 months. It does generate in those 2 or 3 months, but it doesn't generate enough to cover the cost of the overall and then cover the repairs every time. It breaks 3, 4, 5 times a year. This guy looked at me and said, bro, that thing's broken more than it runs.
Right. It's horrible. I mean, I think wind isn't there yet. I think wind's a good idea.
Why doesn't every dam in America have hydro built into it? We have mad dams that are just dams. Why don't we put holes in them, put a generator in there? When the water goes through, it spins the gear that makes the gen. We have how many dams in America, bro? Every dam should have a fucking generator.
Run a pipe along the coastline of America that can funnel water in and use that as hydropower. You know what I mean?
What, take ocean water in and fucking like funnel it down? Yeah. Well, it's like, and nothing.
We know it's coming towards the shore, so we could just redirect it, intercept it, spread it out like in a T-shaped pipe, bang, and now it goes.
The water goes back and forth the whole time. You put something on the beach, it's naturally going to come in, go out, naturally come back in again. Like it's
right. So all that power, every time it comes in.
And bro, not trying to talk shit about me and you, but we're not the brightest bulbs on the fucking tree. There's people that got IQs probably twice what we got, right? They can't seem to figure this out.
I think a lot of these things are by design. I mean, because I look at it like
it's gotta be
if we can figure it out just winging it. Like people who study this shit, went to school, and this their job, they know this shit. They don't want this because it's a business. You can't fuck up the money. I mean, it's just what scares me with America, and this has happened in other countries, and this is when like empires have fallen and economies has fallen, is when we bigger money on bills. Like I used to think when I was younger, like those like $1,000 bills or some shit, like you can go to the bank and get them, like they're there.
Oh, the
not in circulation.
Yeah.
Like Trump, they trying to put him on a $250 bill. There's legislation that might change. It's got to go to the Senate. It's Republican led, and it's to allow a living person to be on U.S. currency. So if it gets voted on, the U.S. Treasurer already said that they have it prepared for if it gets voted on. It's already there. They're like, we don't wait until like it's definite. So it kind of made me think of like the Super Bowl when they got the winning T-shirts and hats for both teams. I'm like, they got it printed up, a bunch of $250 Trump bills, just in case it gets passed. And like, it's a Republican-led Senate, and so it's most likely.
Now think about the practicality of that money, bro. Like, I have a hard time bringing $100 bills into stores now. Spending, they be looking at you fucked up with a $100 bill. Look at you like, bro, I gotta give you back 4 20s and a 10 and a 5. Bro, they be mad. They kind of look at you fucked up, and I'm like,
right.
Like
a lot of people look at you fuck up if you bring cash. Any type of cash.
Seriously.
I mean, something could cost you $4.98, and you give a $5 bill in cash, you get looked at funny. Like, listen, you just keep the fucking 2 cents. I don't want it. I mean, like, but they look at you funny because it's cash. Like, why didn't you just tap a card? You know what I mean? So that's what they're trying to transition to. But him trying to like reinvigorate paper currency with like, hey, I'm popular. Use me.
Nobody's gonna have them, bro. To me, that's more of a collector's item than it's gonna be something that should be in circulation. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck is gonna go there with a $250 bill, bro? Like, putting currency in hundreds was good enough, and even now that's too much. Like it's so you're gonna go to 2.5 times that. You're gonna go to your corner store and get a fucking pack of papers.
Did you hear? Trump got hit hard by some of the judges recently. Fucking, he got to take his name off the Kennedy Center, the Trump Kennedy Center. they're removing his name now. Like that's a bad look. It was something else. I forget what it was. Bro, did you see the before and after picture of the White House that's circulating online?
Nah.
It shows like the White House up top, right? And it says before Trump. And it's like all nice and crazy looking. Now at the bottom, it looked really crazy. You got one whole pot like demolished with like construction, staging and shit. Then right in the front, you got the UFC staging and shit going on. And then at the bottom, it says, "This is the most ghettoest white trash shit I've ever seen."
Bro, I'm okay with the UFC fight being on the front lawn. I'm cool with that.
I am too, but I'm also like prone to point out hypocrites. Trump really needs this fucking ballroom to be safe, right? So there's no shooter at the White House again because we just had one for the meeting at the hotel. But you're okay with the UFC fight on the front yard being safe?
Yep.
You need the ballroom that's drone proof and fucking all this other shit with these big thick walls, big beautiful walls.
It's not a bad idea for defense, man. If someone's gonna try to fuck the White House up, bro, like you want that shit to be fortified.
I do, right? I agree. But I also can point out the contradiction. If you really you feel like you need something that's safe. How safe is a setup outside for the fight? That's not that safe. You don't have the walls. You don't have the big, beautiful walls. There's no walls. There's the fucking octagon with some staging for some lights around it and the UFC sign. And they're going to put up some fucking chairs. I mean, it's going to be like a barbecue type UFC backyard brawl, just presidential version.
Bro, they're loving that. You know the background of that, the White House being fucking all fucked up, and the camera angle, they're fighting, the two fighters in front of you. You can see that on the back side of them. Bro, you know it's gonna be crazy, bro. He wants that.
Like,
see, this is where I think this is where the business side of him not being a career politician but being a businessman, flip politician. Not being a politician, I think these are the differences he's seen. We're so used to a politician, a career politician that's been doing it for so long. They've done it only one way, and now Trump is the first president to do something different, and he's bringing that business aspect to the White House.
Yes,
people are losing their shit on it, and I'm like, we really don't have any data or knowledge on whether it's better or worse. From a business point of view, I think it's better. You're bringing the UFC there, dude. You know how many eyes are going to be on that shit?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because of that, so you just blew the UFC up more. Like now you're in the White House, like bro, that headline alone.
Right. So it's great for the company.
For
like I think what happened in America, I want to say this would be like late 1800s, early 1900s. We became a business. You know what I mean? We were designed to be a government of the people, for the people. And then we got sold to the highest companies. And then those companies influenced the politicians. And then it just became like, all right, well, the businesses that are at the top run everything. And like, look at the Koch brothers all the time. They've been influenced in politics for years. And neither one of them have ever run for a seat. But it's to the point where Trump is a businessman, like you said. So he's just doing the business shit out loud. Where, like you've just said, where we're used to the politicians that hide it and still act like America's not a business and it's for the people. The Obama's dream and whatever this is. I mean, whatever Biden said when he woke up.
Trump says like he's like blunt. He's like, this is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm okay with that at times. At certain times, I think he should keep some things to himself.
Agreed. Yes.
Like
Yes.
there's no need for you to speak right now. You just chirped up. Like only speak when you need to, and then keep it real. Good. You know what I mean? The fucking 2 a.m. tweets. Nah, bro, chill.
Yeah.
No, you got a lot to do, bro. Like, go to bed. You old. Need sleep.
Well, you will be 80, my guy. Like,
yeah, like, I don't know. But I'm here for it. I think that I don't know. We'll see what goes on with this Strait of Hormuz shit. Fucking, we getting walked through it right now. If we release that billions, however many B's it is, in assets, that's some funny shit. I'm just saying it now. Because it's like, all right, cool. They'll give you whatever uranium they got now, but you're going to give them billions of dollars. They're just going to go get some more. The fuck? You just put this shit on pause.
what about their missile program? What about their drone program? Like, there's other things that are making them fucking, and we're not talking about that.
Like, they're not going to spend all that billions on military shit.
Of course not.
I mean? They're like, okay, we're going to spend this and prep for when you come back. And now they got fucking 10 billion plus worth of military and all this shit that they made super cheap, so they got way more of it. Nah, bro, like I don't want to do that. Like, I think the Strait of Hormuz, he tried to help Israel out, and it backfired on him. And like now it's to the point like, instead of just walking away, we're talking about giving them shit. How did that happen? Like, I thought we was winning. That comes off as losing, no?
Yeah. When you go over there,
how talking about giving up nothing before.
Well, beforehand, there was not an issue. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they had some
No
shit
issue.
Like, no issue. There's nothing. Nobody was gaining. Nobody was losing. We had sanctions on them, so we actually were winning. We'll call it, right. We had the upper hand, and now we're this far into it, and we're going to release the same funds that Obama gave them, that Trump then refroze. We're going to then re-give to them, as long as they give us their uranium. What about the missiles? What about the drones? Like, there hasn't been a nuclear bomb shot at Israel at all. There's been nothing but their hypersonic missiles and their standard missiles being shot. But we're not talking about that. So, what? When they give them money, they're going to regroup, get better technology missiles. Maybe let's say they do walk away from the nuclear angle. Let's say they do. They're like, fuck it, all right. We don't even need to. We did more damage over here with regular hypersonic and regular missiles than maybe we don't even need nuclear. Let's just invest all this money into that. Now they got a crazy fucking missile program.
Okay, so I remember talking about this. What you had said about Obama sending the money reminded me of this, because I'm like, yo, I talked about us giving Iran money before on a forever experience. Now, 2016, fucking, we exchanged, Iran freed 4 hostages, and we gave them $400 million in cash. I mean, on the exact date of release, the Obama shit that you're talking about airlifted $400 million in non-U.S. currencies. I mean, and the White House stated the money was not a ransom payment, but rather the first installment of a $1.7 billion settlement resolving a decades-old failed revolution arms deal contested at the Hague International Tribunal. Could this be like the finishing of that deal? Like Obama gave $400 million, but Iran like, nah, bro, that's supposed to be the billion.
No, it was though. This is why Trump didn't remember. Trump comes in office 2016 to 2020. He never liked that deal the whole time. He actually bitched about that deal the whole time, but because it was in place, he never stopped it.
Right.
That deal got fulfilled. It's when he came, and then Biden was in 20, from 20 to 24. Trump talked about this the whole time. If I become president again, I'm gonna do something. He always kind of like backhanded Iran a little bit.
Right, but sometimes it's actually don't match his words though. So but
we got office this time. He went over there. He went over and did some shit. First off, he froze that money. He froze that money, took it away from them. like whatever banks they had like
right. But now we're talking about doing the opposite of what he talked about. Now
we're talking about giving it back to him.
Right.
It's
so
crazy,
so like he did a nice campaign, and everything he said was, "No, I'm not giving them shit. I'm not giving them nothing."
He frowned at Obama for doing it.
Right.
For the first 4 years. Obama. Yeah, he was roasting him on that first 4 years. Now he's
went over there to fight and was like, I could take over and do this. Realized that we're at the point where, like, nah, we can't. Now the news is saying, well, we can, but we can't.
We won't. We can, but we won't, because we know what it's going to take to do it, and it can be done.
But I feel like Iran's got us in the spot, bro, because, like, why is Trump willing to concede on something that he campaigned completely against? Like, they're talking about the deals is like, okay, we let you come back through. We had no issue with you before, but now we here to collect on that money. And he roasted Obama for it, but now he's like, fuck.
Now he's going to unfreeze the shit.
Why Obama had to do that. I kind of got to do it now, too. Fuck. I think he bit off too much before he could chew. Like, he didn't know the situation because he wasn't in the Oval Office. Like, I think he roasted Obama for giving them money, but there's some type of secret deal with Iran while we keep giving them back money. You know what I mean? I don't know if we're secretly tied to Israel and then we're going to let this play out, fund Iran in some fake proxy war, and then back them against Israel. I don't know. I think they'll wait and see how the world reacts on the internet about Jewish feelings and that area, and that'll be their consensus because now they can collect data. So they'll see which way they can control us.
He didn't think that this war was going to go this direction. He thought him and Israel were going to bomb them. Mm-hmm. They were going to come to the table and succeed shit, and it was going to be over. There was going to be a quick in and out. The fact that they're fighting back has fucked him up, and he's not willing to do what it takes to win. If you want to win this war, bro, the rest of the world's going to be mad at you.
Right.
But he's not willing to do what it takes. So he's willing to take this L, and it's a bad look.
Yeah,
it's a fucking terrible look on his end, dude.
Like our military can destroy them. Yeah, like I said how I felt before. They gonna bomb that shit and restock, call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but he won't do it. He won't
fair in love and war.
He won't do it.
That shit doesn't really apply in war, though. Apparently, like that. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
How's that saying? Like, but don't make no sense to me. Sorry, it's all fair in love war. So no, like I bombed the whole shit. Poof, done.
Mm-hmm.
Rebuild. It's mine now.
Yep.
Flags everywhere. What's up? Do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't care. Fucking everybody living, even the pets, is done. Mm-hmm. Sorry. But I think that's what war should be. But like we do all these like fake type wars where it's all like just big business deals. We'll kill X amount of people to show you we will do something. But I think that, like you said, he bit off more than he could chew, but didn't think it would last this long. And now I think that Iran has some leverage, though, because now there's talks of unfreezing these funds. And that wasn't even on the table before. So, like, whatever JD Vance ran over there and said, that's like going to the plug and the price was $1,000. You send your boy to go over there and negotiate, get the price lower. Now, the price is $2,000. It's like, man,
we easily can roll over them, and we know that. We just don't. We choose not to. Do you almost think that? And this is opposite of what Trump normally does. Do you think it's possible though that he's like being like, "Look, come to the table. We know we can fuck you up and take your shit. There's nothing you can do about it, right? You guys know this, but we don't want to seem like the bully, and we want you to save face to your people. Let's try to find a deal where we make out, and then we make you look. So like unfreezing the money to Trump's like it's nothing. It's money here. You know what I mean? I still want you to save face for your people, so we'll throw you a bone being like, yo, we'll unfreeze that dough for you. You know what I mean? Where it's like
Right.
not so much leverage for Iran, but it's more like, bro, we're trying to like not make it look like you're the fucking chump because like we did Venezuela. Do you want to be Venezuela?
Right, especially since it's money that we just print anyways. So it's just paper to
With the
Trump.
military too, bro. We just roll up in it. Would it be a long, prolonged war? Yes. Would we win? Yes. If we really wanted to.
We would definitely win against Iran. I'm no disagreement there. I just feel like he's taking the L and he's not playing the bully card because he wants to save face because he's a PR guy. But I think to win this war, he needs to not save face because this will be a very ugly war. I think he should, as a PR guy, instead of doing the whole conflict shit, get all the Republicans and try to push Democrats to be on board with getting it as a war. Put that shit with America knows we are at war, fucking billboards, ads on Hulu and Netflix.
Because technically we're not at war. Technically we're not at war. It's Congress hasn't passed it. Whatever this bullshit Bush pulled in 2000 for us to attack Iraq without Congress's approval, that's what Trump's doing. He's doing the same fucking playbook. For us to go to war, like you said, get Congress.
Conflict bullshit.
Yeah, you get Congress and you get the House together. You get the Senate in the House. They vote on it. They vote forward. It's an actual war now. Now you get the full thrust of the U.S. military.
Right. And he could even, to get Democrats on board, since it's all politics, he could tell some of these Democrats that might lean a little bit Republican on votes. He could reach out to them and be like, listen, I'll ease up on fucking with you on the internet. Like, or if you don't vote for this, I'm gonna roast you every chance I get. I'm gonna come up with some nickname. We're gonna sell t-shirts. So you want your nickname on a t-shirt? No, because millions of people will buy it, okay? And now they're gonna pop up and all your comments on all your posts is gonna have this nickname. So just give me this vote or we fuck up your life. And then some people will switch over, give him the vote. And him like publicly shaming people gets a lot of people to do what he wants. You know what I mean? Because he'll roast people and then
people fall in love with it. People like it. There's a certain group of people that get behind that kind of shit.
Bro, and then they just stick with it too. And it's like, okay, now that's just coined as a nickname. Like, what was the Elizabeth Warren? Was she like a Navajo or some shit?
Yeah. And like Gavin Newsom was now Gavin Newscum. Like he has names for everyone, bro.
And it's such a simple name. Like Newscum. He was like,
so it rolls off the tongue the same, bro. It's so easy to be like, ugh.
Oh man. But something that I hope rolls off the tongue, I hope everybody go stream our music. It's your boy Fifth on all platforms and my track, my music. I see Rada wanting Chubby. Flea in the comments. Shout out Flea. We're going to get into that and wrap this up. We're going to give y'all the fan favorites like we do on the Shameless Self promotion on Hip Hop Everything. Hip Hop Everything will be back next Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Pop Up Podcast will be back the following Sunday. You know how we do. We all
the rotation. You know the rotation now.
And next Sunday we'll also be doing the Sundays podcast, 11 in the morning. So find us everywhere on the podcast front. And the 4 of Experience podcast coming back in July. That page got over 20,000 followers. So that's gonna be a real good look when I can post that again. And our music is everywhere. It's your boy Fifth, Aaron All Nighter. We gonna get into Chubby, and then my music video for the track not Illusions. I'm fucking thinking Illusions, all platforms. Fucking my track Iceman. And totally different track. But so we'll get into the fan favorite Chubby, then Iceman, But before we do, follow, subscribe. We are streaming this live right now on YouTube. It's your boy Fifth, YouTube, and Street Magic Multimedia. And we are also on Facebook at Joey Beck Facebook page and Aaron All Nighter. So follow, subscribe, turn on notifications, share this out of your newsfeed groups, tag people in posts, all that. And on YouTube, hype up this video. Hype, like, comment, all that. I mean, now we getting into Chubby and Iceman. But Fifth, before we wrap this up, what you want to tell the people?
You know what? I appreciate y'all tuning in with us again every Sunday at 6 p.m. Like Aaron has said, we get the pop-up podcast tonight every other week. In between weeks, Hip Hop Everything, and the same day that we do Hip Hop Everything with the Sundays podcast. I just want to say I appreciate everyone for supporting us. And we'll check out with you guys next week.
Yo, we got music coming up soon?
Nope.
He said no. So nope. Right now, go stream Chubby on all platforms. It's your boy Aaron All Nighter.
It's your boy Fifth.
Peace.
On the dance floor, give me that visual. Looking at the tie-ties, shaking like my rock guys. Dancing to the south side, merengue. Chasing down with E and J. Take another shot as we liven up the spot. Getting down like we both is getting off. Full hard, never soft, never love lost. As I take you to the top, tipping top. Slide back down the bottom of my car. Sex game official, make the yaya whistle. More than 2 fistfuls, slob, choke, all up on my dick. I want you to damn near puke on my shit. Bitch, now you and your girl switch. Damn, I got a chubby. Love the way you touch me. Ride it all night. Love the way you fuck me. Bend it over, push it back. Make the kitty cat go. Clap, 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 clap. Damn, I got this chubby. What you gonna do with this chubby? I said, man, I got this chubby. What you gonna do with this chubby? What you gonna do with this chubby? What you gonna do?
Street Magic. Yeah. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath, like TZ the snowman. I'm all about dough, man. Ever since a young buck till I got old man. They saying I'm a goat now. This the itinerary for how it all goes down. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. I've been cold since a youth, and always cold in the booth. So cold that I froze, and now the Iceman soul. Pay attention to the story that's told. Been rapping since 9-8, always reppin' 508. If I tryna come to violate, Street Magic the team that annihilates. Yeah, we gon' regulate. Yeah, we gon' regulate. Nothing but clean up. Hitters on the roster. Your head tucked like a mobster. Your head in some pasta. Yeah, your head in some pasta. Had to do it proper, like a top shotter. Been cold since youth. Always cold in the boot. So cold that I froze, not an Iceman soul. Pay attention to the story that's told. Been cold since the youth, always cold in the boots, so cold that I froze, not an Iceman soul.